How are you doing?
Good to be here, man. Excited to be back.
What were the last few days like for you, Zach? While your agent's working out business, and
Yeah.
you kind of just have to sit and wait.
Yeah, just anxious to get back, and I think that's the hardest thing is like, now money's involved. My whole life I just played ball to play ball because I love the game. So, I just want to get the business done with so I can just do what I love.
Obviously today wasn't strong, but what do you have to do to bounce back tomorrow to make sure tomorrow is much better than it was today?
Yeah, just learning, man. That's what practice is for. Every day is gonna have something frustrating, and that's what I'm out here. It's just trying to learn every single day how I can improve, just knowing my plays better, and then just the different looks our defense is throwing at us, and it's gonna be a process.
Zach, what were your initial impressions of what was the plan for some of the hiccups out there today?
Out here?
Yeah. Why did those hiccups happen?
It's being at training camp. It's what practice is for, and we're just getting better. I'd say that's what the hiccups are from.
Do you feel like you're behind because you weren't here the last 2 days? You feel like
No.
you're trying to catch up right now? Or?
No, I wouldn't say I'm behind. It's just my first live bullets again, and it's just getting back into the mix. I know the plays, I know my assignments, I know what's going on, and I just gotta execute. Yeah, I was still making sure I was going through the installs, catching up on everything I missed. You can only do so much on an iPad, right? It's not simulating a real game, and so, I know it's in my head. I've studied it, and now it's like, how can I translate it to the field? And so I've spent my time in California trying to simulate as well as I can, and working with my coach out there. And so now it's just applying it here.
What in particular is on your kind of checklist here for this next week? What do you want to knock out in the first week?
Yeah, how quickly you can process. I say that's the biggest thing is just nailing down the scheme so that you can get up to the line and just have a good understanding of what's going on, where pressures are coming from, and just understanding your assignment of where to get the ball out to.
Zach, could you just tell us your emotions when we heard about what happened with Greg Knapp?
Oh my gosh. At first it was shock, complete shock, just because, I'd just been talking to him, the day before, right before the incident happened, and, it was almost like I didn't believe it. I felt like I could have just called him right then on the phone and he would have answered, and, it really hit, kind of later on when I was like, geez, this is rough. I was just praying for him and his family and, everyone else involved that, we can kind of get through this together. And it's tough, man. Life is a precious thing.
What was the reaction, Zach, yesterday when you got to the building? Did teammates give you any grief about missing time? Did they kid you?
No, man. No, that's what's so cool is they all had my back. And that's one thing I can say is, they understand it's a business too. And they understand, what I was looking for, and I had a lot of support. A lot of guys reached out to me and just said, hey, we have your back. We support you in everything you're doing, and we can't wait to have you back. So it was cool to have that support.
Were you worried about when you saw that you were the last guy in the draft class to sign? Did you ever think what's going on? Like, you can step forward and you can say, just get this done, I gotta get there?
Yeah, there's a part of you that you want to just get it done, right? But you want to get it done the right way. It's a rookie contract that you're going to have to play with for 4 years, and so you got to handle the business side of it to where both sides of the party can agree. And so we just had to make sure we got that done.
There were some hiccups today, obviously, as you kind of alluded to, but practice started pretty good with that long one to Elijah. Can you just go through that play, what you saw, and kind of how you felt once you uncorked it?
Yeah, even that one, not the greatest ball, something I can clean up. I could put it out there more to the left and let him run to it. But just the look, it's one of those, we take a shot down the field, big play action pass, and Elijah made a great job coming up with the catch. And so, even then, a lot of learning comes out of just that play. Being able to get it out sooner and the feel of the depth perception. You start to pick up all these little things just in that one play that you can start to apply later on. And so every play has growth, and that was one of them.
So you took a red eye, I guess, Wednesday night, right, to Thursdays. Obviously, you're on that flight coming through the next huge chapter in your life. What were your emotions? What were you thinking about during the flight?
I wasn't really thinking about much, just the fact that I'm excited to get back with these guys. And, I was anxious the last 40 days or whatever it was just to get back here and just do what we can to improve as an offense and as a team especially. really that was my only thought is how can I just do everything I can every day to get better.
Did you sleep on the flight, or do you not sleep?
I got some sleep
Okay.
because I flew on a flight that had some of those lay down beds, which was nice. So
Oh, good deal.
try to get some sleep because I know I'd be in the facility the next day, hopefully.
Did you feel comfortable from the beginning, or is there any part of you obviously there's a lot of pressure on you and you want to show yourself?
You're saying beginning of training camp or?
Here, today.
Yeah, I would never say there's pressure. I would just say it's how can I just eliminate some of the it's tough to say. I would just how can I eliminate some of the rust of just you do what you can, right? Football is one of the hardest games, especially the quarterback spot, to simulate a game, right? You can't go on a simulator, you can't go against air, you can't watch film to simulate exactly what goes on in practice. And so it's like, how can I train myself to get ready for that? And I would say there's no pressure behind it. It's just the game is fast, and you just got to be able to get used to it and catch up to it, and how quickly can I process through things.
You said during the spring that even some of the good days there was frustration.
Yeah.
So when you have a day like today that probably wasn't exactly what you wanted, how do you manage that in the moment and then moving forward?
Yeah, exactly the way you do when you have a great day. You go in and you watch the film and you say, okay, well, what things could I maybe have done better? You complete a pass, but it was like, okay, if that's taken away, now what's my plan? Where am I going with the ball? And that's what's so exciting about football is it's frustrating, the highs and lows of every day, but there's always those big plays that bring you back.
Did you have any nerves at all today?
No, I wouldn't say nerves, no.
Solid defense. They want to hold the coverage until you snap the ball. So what are some tails that you're looking for to see what defense that he's in or what coverage he's in?
Yeah, they do a great job with it. Really, it's just safety rotation. You're looking for a tilt, with backers, some way to give away some sort of disguise. You start to pick those things up when you get into game plan mode. You start watching film. You see, certain tendencies guys have, whether they press bail on the outsides or safeties rotating over the top backers. As you start to game plan, you start to get a feel of, what this look means, this coverage is coming behind it, and you start to just get used to it.
The interception, can you talk about the interception with Marcus May?
Yeah, great learning experience. Just like I said with the other ones, it was one that I felt my initial reaction. Backer didn't push all the way through. I was looking to glance it across the middle. The receiver was doing his job. He's running his route. I tried to throw it sooner than I was supposed to, and there's a lot of bodies over there. I shouldn't even have thrown the ball, But it's a learning experience. Right after the play, I go talk to Coach LaFleur and Coach Calabrese, and we discuss, hey, well, you saw this and that, and yeah, you saw him. Yeah, you should have gone here. All that kind of stuff. So it's all a learning process.
Is that one of those things where you might have been able to get away with that in college, and now the speed of this game, the level of players here, that's one that can kind of get you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say what it is just it's all still new. One thing I can say about college is it's my third year in the offense. I knew that thing like the back of my hand, and I felt like kind of anything that we were doing, I knew it so well. And out here, it's still how quickly can I develop these plays. Now I go back to that play, and I'm like, hey, against this look, that's how he's going to run this route. I can't throw it like that. I wouldn't say it's a difference of college and NFL. It's just adapting to how my guys run routes, how we call plays, and then how I'm supposed to get through those reads.
Obviously 7-on-7 in the red zone was rough. So what was the defense doing that caused some hesitation, some incompletion, things of that nature?
Yeah, they mixed it up today. They went with a one high kind of zone in the red zone, and it's tough, but we got to just find a way to execute down there with all of our base plays.
So Zach, is there any dream purchase that you're going to make now with that signing bonus money?
Well, you can't buy a Super Bowl, so I guess I got to work for that. We'll go get one of those. We'll go try and work for one of those, man. It's going to be a process, but that's what's so crazy. My girlfriend said to me, she goes, "I forget you get money, out of all this stuff." And I'm like, well, that's because the best part of it is the game, and the fun part is not the money. It's definitely playing football. So.
Probably a reminder of that at some point when
Yeah.
she wants to buy something.
Yeah.
She might have another idea.
Yeah.